basically. Alright, court will reconvene. Prove that Miss Eeny Meeny had a motive. It's because Miney Mo made her. So they have a connection. Car accident, specifically. So where's the motive? How do we prove it? Alright, Miss Meany, please testify to this court about your car accident last year. Yeah, well, this is the motive. I, don't see the point in, bringing up the past. Maybe things are different in Germany, Tim. Maybe in Germany you can become a lawyer with a high school degree. Or high school diploma, that is. Alright, last year's accident. Go! That was, last year in May. Something really bad happened at, my sister's clinic around then. And, the night of the accident, my sis was totally tired while she was driving. I was, totally pooped too, so I, fell asleep in the passenger seat. I, woke up because of a jolt, and, it was a sea of flames around me. I, opened the door and, got away. She also grabbed a purse, apparently. There was talk about Dr. Gray drugging your sister? Rumors. I wasn't exactly going for Cartman, but yeah, I can see the similarity there with the way that went. The condescending attitude. Alright, let's figure this out, guys. So, just to clear things up before we get too far in, I want to look at what we've got for evidence. So, all we've really got about the accident are these, there's 3 pieces of information. We know that they found the license photo in the purse that the victim from the car accident had, I believe, is where they found this. And then Director Hottie at the well, not actually Director Hottie, but essentially the creep at the plastic surgery clinic had her driver's license, essentially. The only thing else we know about that time was this, that on May 2nd, which lines up, some patients died from malpractice, and that Meany, the older sister, worked there, and I don't believe the younger sister did. And then we've got this little newspaper clipping. So May 24th, late last night, 2 women's... I'm sorry, I'm gonna move the screen a little bit. 2 women's car crashed into a highway center divide. One of the women was not able to escape the flaming wreckage and died at the site. Ongoing investigation has revealed that the driver has fallen asleep at the wheel. Miss Eeny Meeny holds an interview, so this was her talking about it. I was really tired and I dropped off to sleep, so kind of corroborates sort of what she's saying now. Then there was this crash and I woke up in a huge sea of flames. I was still half asleep, but I opened the right door and got out. I don't remember anything else. Doctor lurking in the shadows. If Miss Eeny Meeny is to be believed, then the one driving the car was her sister, Mimi Meeny. Mimi Meeny was the nurse at Gray Surgical Clinic, where 14 patients were accidentally overdosed to death. Is this then just a mere coincidence? Tune in next time. But, so yeah, I mean, we can look a little bit about Dr. Gray, and somewhere in here, Eeny Meeny. Older sister Mimi's apparently... Didn't say... Age is deceased. You're so old, you're dead. But, anyway, died a year ago, supposedly. Alright. Alright. So, this was like last year in May. May 24th, to be precise. Medical malpractice, maybe? Like, the thing with all the patients dying was like May 2nd. Good memory, huh? And like, our accident was like on the 24th. 2 accidents back to back. Do you assume it's just a coincidence? My sis was like totally tired, so that's why, duh. Like, something really bad happened at like my sister's clinic around then. That was the malpractice incident where 14 patients died. Yeah. What was the cause of the mistake? Like, I heard it was because the medicine, like, got mixed up. Was that the fault of your sister, Meanie? Like, no way! Dr. Gray, like, wanted to blame it on my sis. It's essentially we're trying to prove motive, so it's pretty related here. So the police report documented that it was entirely Meanie's fault. So supposedly Meanie made the mistake. But, like, it really wasn't my sis. See, she said before that she thinks Dr. Gray killed those people and drugged her sister. So this whole thing about motive is kind of moot because we've already heard her say it anyway. Anyway. And like, the night of the accident, my sis was driving tired. Was totally tired while she was driving. Totally tired? She had to talk to the police and, like, was being investigated, like, every day. It was, like, a totally terrible situation. Harder. Yeah, why didn't you drive for her then if she's having such a hard time? If your sister was so tired, you should have switched. This is literally the driver's license. I don't think so. Like, okay. Anyway, I was like totally pooped too, so I like fell asleep in the passenger seat. Oh, she didn't add the bit about the driver's license. Let's just keep pressing for now, but I think we know something here. The accident happened at night, correct? It was at like 1 AM or so. I had like a paper due like really soon, so like I hadn't slept and was working like real hard. I like woke up because of a jolt and like it was a sea of flame. And your sister, well, I didn't see her. The car was like totally black and there was like a ton of smoke. I like totally had like no clue what was going on. Yeah, huh? Opened the door and got away. Except for the purse pit. More details. I like kept wanting to forget that time. So like I don't remember things about the accident in like detail. I think I, like, gave an interview after the accident. Like, that would probably be the most accurate, you know. It's true. Ah, here it is. I, like, didn't have my license, so, like, I couldn't take over driving for her. Liar! Clearly had a driver's license. Miss Meanie. That was a lame lie. I know you had a driver's license back then. This is a photo you took for the express purpose of getting a driver's license. Uh-huh. Yeah, I had, like, a license, but I didn't get it until after the accident. Nuh-uh. No, you had it. You had it at the time of the accident. Director Hottie, or at least the guy pretending to be him, said so. The perverted fake clinic director. Yes, him. When did you receive your driver's license? Wouldn't the driver's license have a date on it? So, like, this is all moot. Even the judge, that's what happened, Mr. Wright. But that's still lying because they already said they had to reconstruct her face based off the driver's license at the time of the accident. Don't just stand there, Ming. Miss Meanie, why do you think you would not have been allowed to drive? Wrong person asking the questions. But we'll allow it. The judge will allow it because it's Mia. Alright, number 2. Like, around that time, I was, like, really close to getting my license. My sis was, like, this totally big fan of cars and, like, really valued them. She, like, had just gotten this really shiny, bright red sports car, even though we were being investigated for 14 murders. She, like, would say things like, "No way am I letting a noob drive my car." So, like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat that night. A bright red car for sports. Yeah, I don't know anything about cars. Well, where'd you get the money for an expensive sports car? So did you have a learner's license? Permit things. Ignorance is to be whipped. Okay. My sis was like, yeah, she really valued fancy cars. She loved the big bright red sports cars. How much? Oh, she was one of those people. Pressing. So why did she take such special care of the car? It's a brand spanking new car. Like, you wouldn't want to, like, get it dirty, would you, Mr. Lawyer? It is just a fact of life, yes. Don't be too vain about your vehicle. Oh, come on, Mia. Give me a hint. She had, like, just gotten this really shiny bright red sports car. From the UK. And they call Phoenix dents, huh? A whole year for her car. Well, you know the drill. Pressing. Your Honor. Appended. I was gonna say, let's go to the UK to investigate special cars, but okay. I don't really know what the point is either, to be fair. Sure, whatever, man. So... instead of big shiny red car, my sis's new car was like a totally special model from England. I yelled, hold it, pretty forcefully. Ask for the heck of it. So, ish. Let's start with this. Why are British cars so good? Huh? They're expensive, and their driver's seat is opposite. Danger! Yeah, Jural picked it up at exactly the same time as Phoenix did. It would seem there is no benefit in owning one. This whole steering wheel on the right side thing is kind of goofy, isn't it? Wait, she's getting angry about us not knowing about fancy sports cars. I thought it was her sister that cared about cars. Yeah, her personality really does change at the drop of a hat. Sure is interesting. Hey, Mia. Hey, chat. The real contradiction is showing itself. Yeah, she would say things like, "No way am I letting you, a noob, in my car. You can take a cab, little sis." Was your sister good at driving? She was like, totally awesome. Yeah, man. Best driver I ever saw. She like said she was going to be like racing queen of the nursing world. Uh-huh. Loves to talk up her sister. So like, that's why I ended up in the passenger seat. Which is the left side, which you'd think is the driver's seat, but actually is the passenger seat because it's an English car. And that was when the accident occurred. Like, yeah. I, like, immediately reached for the passenger side door, which is the left side for this car. And fled, like, in a daze. There is something very big here. We have to attack it. Alright, so it's gonna be, it's almost always when they adjust their testimony after you press them enough is the place to strike. So we know where to go. It's just a matter of what evidence do we use to contradict. So we've recycled back to the beginning. So we're gonna go fast forward all this. I think that's the line. Yeah, that's the new line. And this is where, because we know English model cars have reversed driver seats from most of the rest of the world, especially North America. So what do we press here? Or present here? Is there something in the newspaper clipping that would work? The driver had fallen asleep at the wheel. Ah, we got it right here. Look at this. I was like, still half asleep, but I opened the right door and got out. Now, normally you would expect that to be the passenger side door. But in this situation, we have ourselves a contradiction. Objection! Objection indeed. Miss Meanie. Do you remember this article? It's an article about the accident. You had said this in it. But I opened the right door and, like, got out. That's correct, isn't it? Like, why are you suddenly asking me about that? Your Honor, which side is the passenger seat, the left or the right? Well, it's on the right side, of course. Because the driver's on the left side. Simple. That would be if it were an American car, or to be fair, almost any other model in the world. But it would be the opposite in a British car. Because they like doing things backwards. The two of them were riding in a British car. In that case, the passenger side would be the left side. Oh no! And yeah, the memories were the dead girl on the left as well, you are correct. Miss Meanie, you said that you had escaped using the right side door of the car. Are Japanese backwards as well? I don't know. I don't think so, but maybe. That means you were in the driver's seat. Order! What are you talking about, nonsense? This is a key plot detail. She did say that the person driving was her older sister. Then there's a contradiction. Somewhere, all of us made a big error in our assumptions. I think we know. If we connect all the dots, there can only be one answer. I'd like to ask the court a question. Eenie, or Mimi, who was really driving that night? We're gonna ask that to the audience. What do you guys think? Which one of these two was actually driving the car? The 21-year-old college student taking parapsychology with a learner's permit only that wasn't really supposed to be driving? Or Mimi Meanie, the nurse with the attitude who maybe killed 14 people and bought an expensive British sports car? We're gonna go with Mimi, I think. The answer is the one person who had her driver's license. Mimi Mimi. After all, that makes her the only person who could legally drive. The witness, Miss Eenie Meenie, was the one in the driver's seat. Which leads us to the next question. Uh-oh. Who is the person standing on the witness stand right now? Blood test, go! Fingerprints! I'll tell you what her name really... Holy smokes, you get this wrong, your health bar just disappears. This person's real name is Mimi Meanie. Some of the chat have been guessing this for a while now. It's finally time. Mimi Meanie, that is your real name. Objection. Don't you object? When she was admitted into the hospital, the witness was suffering severe facial burns. So for the purpose of facial reconstruction, they used a picture. They had really good doctors. This is the picture she gave to the doctors at the time. That's right. It's a picture of her younger sister. No, her sister died. However, that was not the case. That was the body of the real Eenie Meenie. Isn't that right, Miss Mimi? That car accident 1 year ago. The one who died that night was Eenie Meenie. Her sister Mimi stole her face and was reborn as Eenie. With this, she effectively erased Mimi Meenie from existence. I'm sure you can now see why Mimi had to kill Dr. Gray. Dr. Gray wanted to call back the spirit of a dead person. Specifically, the spirit of his nurse that died in the crash, Mimi Meenie. However, that would not have been possible, because Mimi was alive. And that fact would have been discovered had the channeling been conducted. So, this witness had to stop that from happening. At all costs. Yes. Before the channeling, Dr. Gray had the misfortune of consulting this witness about communicating with the dead. And in that moment, his fate was sealed. It's always the magic. Witness? Don't play the sad music. She's not the victim. Is she? Well, we don't know if she was drugged or not just yet. That's right, I admit it. My real name is Mimi Meenie. That quack doctor. He got what he deserved in the end. And I was so close to finally ditching Mimi too. So close. Why would you go so far to throw away yourself? To become your own sister? Mal, well, I'm pretty sure it's this, right? Well, she was under investigation for all of these deaths. The police said it was her. So she was probably going to go to jail. Dr. Gray was right. The mistake was caused by the nurse. A nurse by the name of Mimi Meenie. That's right, the person standing before us today. And a few weeks after this mayhap, Mimi Meenie had a car accident in which she lost her younger sister. 14 patients dying in that incident and her own sister's life extinguished. It was all too much to bear. She lost everything in the flames of that accident. Her sister, and even her own face. This was her last chance to throw away her past and start a new life. She doesn't even believe in it, of course. It was her sister that believed in it. She likes cars. She doesn't like ghosts. Come on, guys. It's easy. Yes, I believe there are still a few unsolved riddles here. Why did you set a murderous revenge plot into motion? And why did Miss Morgan Fay agree to help you? Regardless, I believe one thing's been made crystal clear. The innocence of the defendant Maya Fay. Sorry, but you're losing your first case in this court. Me, Franziska von Karma. Broadcast all over the world. Also going to jail for assault, because I'm pressing charges. Seriously. That's it. Gumshoe, take her away. This court is a fraud. Well, that's how you get disbarred, I think. Next! Not guilty! Yay! At least Mia made it. That is all. The court is adjourned. Congratulations, Maya. I mean, Mia. Oh boy, mixed feelings. Remember, she's actually 8. Oh, it's so good to see you. Have a hug. Well, hopefully Maya will never be accused of murder again. 2 times is enough. In fact, I'm pretty sure after being accused of murder twice, the 3rd one's on the house, so she can get away with a real murder for free now. Right? Isn't that the world? That's how it works. Mia is currently occupying Pearl's body because, you know, magic. So she's been helping us out. They're getting away with some, a little bit of fan service here by giving, like, 8-year-old sized clothing to Mia. It's a little bit creepy. Surprised she didn't choke on her necklace. What would have happened if Mimi hadn't shot Dr. Gray? I don't know if double jeopardy exists in this time frame. The same charge for the same thing. I'm not sure if that rule exists. They got a weird court system in the Phoenix Wright world. You clearly can't use too many real-world lawyer judge rulings in this game. Alright. Yeah. 2 murder trials is totally enough. Well... Just let it be. The reason Morgan helped Mimi. Can we show this in one simple piece? I mean, Morgan helped Mimi because of Pearl, right? She wanted Pearl to become the master instead of Maya, I believe. I think, well, and to be fair, like, Morgan has an argument that the current master of the Kurain village, Maya and Mia's mother, Misty, has disappeared for 16 years. Something weird has happened, and the village does need a master. So, maybe speeding that along and getting it sorted out is for the best. Unfortunately, she decided to get Maya framed for murder to get her out of the way, which is a little bit suspicious. But I think she was just looking out for her own child, probably. 4 years from now, a new master will be born into Kurain village. That person will be you, Maya. But if you weren't there... Couldn't be Morgan. She sucks at being an actual channeler. Yeah. Too bad she's going to jail for accessory to murder. And now Pearl will be sent to an orphanage. Well, she's not all dumb. She acts it a little bit, but... She's got the power. The power to turn into a 30-year-old lady at the drop of a hat. She may be more powerful than Maya, to be honest. Alright. Well, I was hoping that this point would have been where we would have cut the episode last stream, but unfortunately, we didn't get a nice smooth cutoff point. We'll continue today a bit longer. I'll try to get through at least... Depends on how long I want to stream for today. It's been about 2 hours. Hopefully we have enough time to like go through the first investigation and the first day of the first cycle of court dates before the second investigation phase, because I like to do the trial days tend to I don't have it installed. That would have been smart if I had a second game planned, but no, I don't. I'm not ready for stuff like that right now. Also, I want to finish this game because I started recording it like a year ago. I kind of want to burn through Justice for All relatively quickly so that it's caught up. I hate leaving playlists unfinished. So we'll